Hello and welcome, my name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War video. In this video, we are going to be talking about my Prestige 4 stats, classes, unlocks, all of that stuff. And this video may go up at a weird time. As you guys know, the day I'm recording this video, we had a massive update for Cold War, which brought us Firebase Z, as well as brought us Express, as well as brought us a new Prestige Shops information. So normally on my Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I do a blueprint review video. So the next 3 days, Saturday, actually this video might go up on Saturday, so maybe the point is irrelevant. But anyways, I just hit Prestige 4 about 10 minutes ago after I finished my Firebase Z first playthrough. And like what I do with all of these videos is I go through all of my classes, all of my stats, and all of my unlocks. And hopefully I can get through these classes pretty quickly and then go ahead and jump into my very first game. That didn't happen in the last video, unfortunately, so I'm going to do my absolute best to rush through this as quickly as I possibly can, but still giving you guys some information and then unlocking my Prestige Shop thing. But we'll see about the gameplay. Just kind of depends if I can get there or not. So starting off here with my classes have not really changed that much. What's changed the most in my classes has been the blueprint that I've used or the weapon level that I've used. So jumping in here with my XM4 class, this is the weapon I covered first. And again, I'm not going to cover my lethal, tactical, field upgrade, or perks because those are pretty much stay the same all the time. The only thing I'll cover is the weapon, the primary, and the secondary itself, but I won't go through the attachments of the secondary. So starting off here with my XM4 class, this is pretty much the best class setup video, minus maybe an attachment or two. Starting off here with my very first attachment, I've gone for the Hawksmoor holographic sight, which is my personal favorite sight for, well, my second favorite sight for ARs. Next, I have myself the 13.5-inch reinforced heavy barrel. Next, I have myself the Tiger Team Spotlight, which I made a dedicated video on, which actually completely fixes the visibility problem within Cold War multiplayer, which is absolutely incredible. As you guys know, finding enemies, seeing enemies is super hard in this game, and being able to see them from quite a ways is super useful and an absolutely amazing attachment, and I highly recommend you guys give that attachment a go. Next, I have the Field Agent Grip, which is the best grip in the game, hands down. It's not even close. And then last but not least, I have myself the Greater Pad stock, which is the best stock in the game, hands down. It's not even close. Next, for my secondary, I have the Silent Nod Magnum, which is kind of the secondary that I used a lot in my third Prestige. But now, since I got the Diamante blueprint over here, which is the Tiny Comrade, which is the dual wield beast, I pretty much use this exclusively and it's just super useful in my gameplay. Next, for my next attachment, for my next weapon or class, I have the Krieg barrel roll blueprint with the Microflex LED sight, which is my favorite sight in the game. End of story. It is super good. It's super clear, and I absolutely love it. Reminds me a lot of the, well, it's a red dot sight from Black Ops 2 is what it reminds me the most of, and it's just super useful. I don't like the iron sights on the Krieg or the XM4, which we saw previously, so I prefer this. Next, I have myself the suppressor. I probably could use something else. I just like to use the suppressor. Next, I have myself the 19.7-inch takedown barrel, which gives you improved effective damage range. There's not really very good barrels on this weapon, and in my opinion, this one is absolutely the best. I still don't know what bullet velocity is. If any of you guys know, please let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think the bullet velocity is, because I do not know what it is. I have never seen a video on it, and I still have no idea. Next, we have the Tiger Team Spotlight on this weapon once again. As I said in that video, I'm going to be using this on all of my tactical rifle classes, and my assault rifle classes is just so good, being able to see enemies from a long way, and that's just what this attachment does. And then last but not least, I've gone for the Field Agent Grip. I know I don't have this Raider stock yet, but I am currently leveling up these weapons to get them diamond. I'm getting the ARs and the SMGs diamond in this game, and maybe the tactical rifles. I haven't quite decided yet. For my secondary, I've gone for the Tiny Comrade Diamante blueprint, which is the dual wield one, and it's just so good. And again, all of this stuff here stays the same. Next, I have myself the Blast Radius blueprint for the Bullfrog SMG, and this is the exact blueprint itself. It's just a great weapon. I really like this weapon. It's super good, and I did a dedicated video on it. I did a dedicated video on this weapon, but I'll quickly go through the attachments here. I have the muzzle breakdown for my first attachment, the VDV reinforced barrel, which you can see right there. Next, I have myself the 65-round speed mag, the GRU elastic wrap, and then last but not least, the Spetsnaz PKM stock. And my secondary for this is the M1911 Wingman. I don't really use secondaries in this game that much. I never really pull them out, especially when you have the Bison, or the Bullfrog SMG, depending on how you want to call it, with extended mags. It's just, you can kill 6 or 7 enemies with one mag, and there's just no reason for you to move on to another or to pull out my secondary. I just never really have have the reason to do that. And then all the perks are right there. Now we have my KSP class. Now this is the class that I was using in my video from a few days ago, that domination gameplay, and this is the class I was using. So I'll quickly go through it right here. The Microflex LED sight, the SOCOM Eliminator muzzle, the 10.5 inch reinforced heavy barrel, and then the SASR jungle wrap, and then last but not least the no stock. So this is exactly what I was using in that gameplay. Super good KSP class. I may be doing a best class edit video on this weapon relatively soon because it seems to be forgotten about. It is, for some reason, it's been forgotten about in this game, even though it is incredibly powerful and is one of the best SMGs in the game. And then I have a standard M1911. Again, shows you how little I use my secondaries. I just have programmed myself as a player to just never use secondaries in Call of Duty. Ever since Black Ops 2, which is kind of the Call of Duty game that I really got into the Call of Duty community, which had the pick 10 system in it, I just never really use secondaries, and I still don't use them to this day. I prefer the pick 10 system over this created class system that we have here, because secondaries are just useless to me in my personal opinion. Next, I have the Milano class, which is my favorite SMG in the game because the AK-74U is now really overpowered and really overused. So the Milano is now my favorite SMG in the game, and I absolutely love this weapon as well. It is super, super good, and this class is, I think, the reason for that. For the muzzle, I've gone for the SOCOM Eliminator barrel, or muzzle, best muzzle in the game. Once again, the 10.1 reinforced heavy barrel, best barrel in the game for SMGs in my opinion. Next, we have ourselves the Field Agent grip. Again, the second to last grip is the best grip in my opinion in the game. Next, I have the 45 round speed mag, which I just really like to use on this weapon. I could just use the 45 round drum and not worry about getting caught in a reload or not sacrificing my aim down sight speed, but I don't really find that to be a big deal. And then last but not least, I've gone for the Raider stock, which is again my opinion of the best stock in the game. I know that the hipfire accuracy hurting on an SMG probably isn't the best thing in the world, but I just cannot resist this attachment. It's just so good. I love the sprint to fire time attachments in this game. They absolutely changed my experience in this game. It's just wild. You would not expect it to change it. You would expect being able to aim down sights really fast to be the thing that would change your experience, but no, it's sprint to fire time. Definitely. And then for the secondary, the Tiny Comrade blueprint, just an amazing secondary, the best secondary in the game in my opinion. And then all of this stuff is pretty much the same here, which you can pretty much see for yourself. You know, I just want to try and get through this stuff as quickly as possible. I probably won't be able to get into a gameplay here, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Next, I have the ICB rifle, which is the Mastercraft blueprint for the AK-47, and this is the exact blueprint that I covered in that video. I have the muzzle brake 7.62, the 18.2 inch takedown barrel, which gives you improved effective damage range, the Tiger Team Spotlight, which is where I figured out how overpowered and good this attachment is. Apologize for the dog, you guys know the drill by now. Next, I have the Bruiser grip, which is a very underrated attachment. I don't really use this that much, but it's super useful. It's just a very nice attachment to have, and this AK-47 blueprint is honestly really good. And it is a Mastercraft, but you can make the weapon you can make this class yourself with a base blueprint of the weapon or a base version of the weapon. You don't have to have the Mastercraft to have this class, but this is honestly a really good class. And then the final attachment for here is the 40 round speed mag. Again, I'll probably have an AK-47 best class edit video at some point as this life cycle goes on, because it's just a great weapon. Next, I have the Silent Nod Magnum as my secondary once again. Don't really use it too much, but there we go. And then for the perks on this class, they are actually a little bit different. I've gone for Forward Intel, and then I've gone for Spycraft, and they're pretty useful perks. I honestly haven't used this AK class in quite a while, so I don't know if the perk is still really good, but I would go and change my perks more and change all of my classes to this perk loadout, but I just kind of get lazy and just play Call of Duty to play Call of Duty, and I don't really want to go through every single class changing every single perk. It just is kind of annoying to do that, but it's Spycraft and Forward Intel are probably the most underrated perks in the game in my personal opinion, so I definitely recommend giving them a go in all honesty. Next, I have the Cross-Check QBZ. I have not used this weapon at all. I'll be using it a lot more here soon when I am ranking up the weapons to get them diamond, but wow, jeez, my voice is cracking. I apologize. My voice is already dead, and I've only recorded a zombie video, and I have 2 more videos to record after this today, so whew, my voice. Anyways, the Cross-Check blueprint for the QBZ is a Battle Pass blueprint. I don't think I've changed anything on this class at all. I don't think I have the Agency Suppressor, the 15.5 inch reinforced heavy barrel, the foregrip, the Jungle Style mag, and then last but not least, I have the CQB pad. this is the blueprint. This is exactly the blueprint, and once I use this weapon a lot more, I'll be able to create a class with this. I actually really like this weapon in the beta, but I just haven't used it that much in this game's life cycle because it takes a long time to rank up weapons. But this weapon will be fully ranked up and fully diamond out here at some point soon, and I'll be able to make a best class setup with this weapon as well. My goal this year is to make a best class setup video with every weapon in the game, in the SMG and the AR category, but we'll see if I get that far. It just kind of depends. Then for my secondary, I have the Sucker Punch blueprint for the shotgun. Honestly, this is a class that's kind of been frozen in time for a while. I rarely use this weapon because most of the time when I play this game, I'm either using blueprints or I am doing some sort of video. So I play this game a little bit casually, but I don't really play it casually that often. So this is a class that's been kind of frozen in time for a while. Next, for my 8th class, I have the AK-74U. This is a must-have class. You never know if you're going to be coming up against a lobby full of AK-74U nerds, so I make sure I have a class of this weapon at all times. Once I get these weapons diamond and everything like that, I'll probably have this class as a backup just in case, but because I'm ranking up weapons constantly, I never really use the AK-74U, but it is without a doubt the best SMG in the game at the moment. The pros are using it a lot, and that kind of just goes to show you that this weapon means business. This is the full collector's item blueprint. I haven't changed this at all. It's just super good. It's a super good class. Has the KGB Eliminator muzzle, the 8.4 inch rifle barrel, the Ember sighting point body, the red cell foregrip, and then finally, last but not least, I have the Duster stock on this weapon. So again, this is the Mastercraft blueprint, which is why it's the way it is, and I really like this weapon. I pulled this out in case I get into a really bad situation, and it's just super useful. For my secondary, I have the knife for whatever reason. Shows you guys how little I've used this class. I just don't find a point in using a weapon that I already have level maxed. I just don't find a point in using that weapon very much, but I will get that 1 diamond, of course, as well. Next, I have my MP5 class. This is a weapon that is incredibly boring to use, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to get this weapon ranked up at some point here and get this 1 diamond as well, but I probably will never really use this ever again after I get a diamond. The MP5 is such a boring weapon in this game. It's just really easy to use, and I just don't like using weapons that are super easy to use. I never have, and I probably never will. If I come up against a lobby full of tryhards that are all using MP5s, all using AK-74Us, maybe I'll use this weapon, but I just really don't like using it. It's kind of bland and boring. Kind of reminds me of the SOG 9mm from Black Ops 4, which is the most boring gun to use in that game, and yeah, just don't really like using the MP5 that much, especially because it had such a really negative connotation when the game first came out, where every lobby was MP5s. Anyways, I have the SOCOM Eliminator, the 9.5 inch reinforced heavy barrel, the field agent grip, the 40 round drum, and then last but not least, the collapsed stock. Pretty repetitive, I know, but the best attachments are the attachments that you get later in the game, and they've rarely changed. Rarely changed. Next, I have the Silent Nod blueprint, and then next I have my blueprint review class. This is a class that is always changing. I'm not going to cover it here in this video because I talk about that in my next blueprint review video. Next, we have my Mac 10 class. Again, I'm ranking this one up as well because I want to get this weapon diamond, just like with the other SMGs. So I have the SOCOM Eliminator muzzle, the 6.1 inch reinforced heavy barrel again, the field agent grip again, the 43 round drum, and then last but not least, I have the no stock. Still working on a class with this weapon. It's a very strong SMG, probably maybe the second best in the game. Kind of just depends on your situation, but it's a great weapon. And that is my next class. And then I have the Tiny Comrade blueprint. Now, last but not least, this is my Sniper Saturday class, and I was using the Pellington in the last episode. I actually did in the very first episode, and this is the very basic class. Probably won't cover this as well. All the attachments are the first attachments that you have, because I've barely used snipers in this game ever. I just don't really use them that much, but I'm very happy that we have this series in this game so I can use snipers more. But anyways, that is all of the classes I've been rocking with for this Prestige. There's not going to be a gameplay because I went and talked for too long, but now we'll jump ahead and go over here into my barracks, and then we'll go ahead and use my Prestige key, and then that'll be it for the video. So going over here with my combat record. For the multiplayer, I have 2 days, 11 hours, and 13 minutes played, and 559 games played. My win-loss ratio is a 0.73. Again, I play solo. It's really hard to win games when you're playing by yourself and your teammates are not playing the objective. You've heard me in some of my past videos playing domination, me screaming at my teammates because they're not playing the objective. Really annoying when that happens. but it is what it is. 0.73 win-loss. Not terrible, not amazing either. But again, I'm a solo player, so that's why it's as low as it is. I remember I had a 4.0 win-loss ratio earlier in the game's life cycle because you could back out of games and it would count as a loss, but they fixed that because it was game-breaking, and now that's where it is. My elims and death ratio is a 1.81 KD, which I'm very, very happy with. If I could get that up to a 2, I would be really, really happy. My KD without that is a 1.54, and I'm really, really happy with that. That is, honestly, with this game and this game's in Black Ops Cold War, a 1.54 KD is pretty good. It is definitely in the top 8 or 7%, which I'm really, really proud of. It's paid off that I played Call of Duty for so long. But 1.81 KD, very, very happy with that. That KD has gone up a ton since the last game. I think in the last Prestige video, I had a 1.6 something, and it's gone all the way up to 1.81, which I'm really, really happy with. My eliminations are 12,618. My score per minute is a 592, kind of irrelevant because of the score streak system in this game and how it works. And then my average elims per game is 21. Again, I don't know if that's good or bad, but whatever. And then last but not least, my highest kill streak is a 24 gun streak. I almost got a brutal medal. I was using the AK-74U, and I had a VSAT in the air. I got distracted for whatever reason, and I lost my highest kill streak, which was a big bummer. And my top weapons are the AK-74U, the Milano 821, and the XM4. Pretty happy with that. The AK-74U, though, I used a ton when the game first came out, and I barely use it at all. So that's probably going to be my most used weapon in the game, but I guess we'll see what happens come my Prestige 20 video right before Call of Duty 2021 comes out. But anyways, that is everything for my stats. I guess elims to death ratio, the Type 63 is my best with a 2.17. The M82 is a 2.0 somehow. Maybe that's because I picked it up off the ground, got 2 quick kills with that, and then died. And then the KSP has a 1.83, which is actually kind of surprising. And that's all of my stats. My zombie stats are right there. You can see them. They haven't changed that much. I think I added an hour into zombies today when I did my playthrough, but there we go. Leaderboards I'm not going to go through because kind of pointless. So now we'll go ahead and jump into my progression. Head over here into the prestige keys and go ahead and head over to calling cards and use our prestige token, our prestige key on a calling card here. I don't know which one I want to use, in all honesty. Something that I would use frequently. These are my 2 favorite. Maybe I'll save my prestige key for an emblem. But I probably won't get to that emblem anytime soon, so maybe I will. Let's see. Ooh, I really like that. That's pretty awesome. Let's see here. Can't use any of those. I did one of these last time, so I'll go and do a legacy calling card this prestige. I don't really want to do a Black Ops 4 one because that's not really an old Call of Duty game. Honestly, I'm going to go for the Berserker Master. I really like that calling card. Let's go ahead and purchase that. Boom. Equip that. And I will go ahead and equip my emblem as well. And that's going to do it for this video. I apologize that it was as long as it was. But maybe I'll start to leave timestamps. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll start to leave timestamps for anything that you guys want to check out in this video. I think that's probably the best thing I can possibly do, because these videos are long and boring, and they always have been. So if I put timestamps in this video, and then you guys can go to what you want to see. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to do it for my 4th Prestige video here in Black Ops Cold War. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am playing this game a lot more. I talked about that in my Prestige 3 video, that I want to start playing this game a lot more, and it only took me 3 weeks to get to this Prestige, so I've been playing the game a lot. And I've actually had a lot of fun in this game. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's because I've been learning the game a little bit more, and as long as I stay out of 24/7 playlists, I've had a blast. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, it's always appreciated. If you want to check out my previous Prestige video, it will be linked down below in the description, as well as it will be at the end of the video. I'll see you guys all on another Black Ops Cold War video very, very soon.